because that's a big change too. But I'm not here for that. Of course, my purpose of being here today is to help each and every one of you control more of your time. Now, probably you hear me say more of your time, like, okay, I thought we were talking about budgeting, I thought we were talking about finances, but it all ties together, because the better you handle your money, the better you budget, and the better you plan, the more time you'll have to do what you want to do. And what I mean by that is when you have to pay a lot of debt, when you have to worry about a lot of bills constantly, then you have to work a lot to pay those bills off, and that occupies a lot of your time. But when you don't have to work as much and you take care of things, then you can take the vacations you want, then you can actually live life in addition to make money. So I want to make sure that, once you leave here today, if you are not already prepared for that, you're fully prepared for that. So you can make the best decisions after you graduate school. Now, where do we begin today? Before we can talk about like budgeting and money management, I need to make sure you guys truly understand like what postgraduate life is like, for when you finish school. So I just have a couple statements, and I want you to raise your hand if you think what I said is true. And if you don't think it's true, just leave your hand down. Okay, we're clear on that? All right. Couple statements. Based on median household income, Maryland is the wealthiest state in the nation. Raise your hand if you think Maryland is the wealthiest state in America, or keep your hand down if you don't. Nobody. Okay. I'll get to the answer after the fact so we can see what's what. Maryland has, number two, Maryland has a lower unemployment rate than 40 other states in the United States. Raise your hand if you believe it, raise your hand if you don't. You believe it, you believe it. Okay, we got three. Number three, the most common job in Maryland is a retail sales clerk. Raise your hand if you believe that. Raise your hand if you don't. Okay, we're unanimous in believing that retail sales clerk. Okay, I see what y'all think about Maryland. People from Baltimore, from Maryland. Oh, so the rest of you two is dissing my state. Okay, I see how you are. Okay. The rest of you, we're gonna save that for later. How about this one? The 88th most common job in Maryland is a physician. Is that true or false? Meaning out of 100 jobs, the 88th most frequent or most common job in Maryland is a physician, which is a doctor. True or false? Say true. True, we got two truths. Okay, all right. Two more. Number five, more biological scientists are found in Maryland, in the state of Maryland, than any other state. So biological scientists. Three, all right, okay. Lastly, the average cost to raise a child to adulthood in the U.S. is between $150,000 and $215,000. Okay, we're gonna start with that one. Y'all wrong on the last one. It's actually more. To raise a child from birth to 18, actually the average is about $250,000. So just keep that in your mind as we go through this whole thing. $250,000 to raise one child to adulthood. When we said median household income, the first one, Maryland is the wealthiest state in the nation based on median household income. It's good to know. Some people don't know it as much, but there's a reason, and we'll get into that a little bit later. Maryland does not have a lower unemployment rate than 40 other states. It's about in the middle. So when it comes to unemployment, we're like in the middle of the country of our unemployment rate. It is true, you all were right, the most common job is a retail sales clerk, which makes sense because that's the most available job almost in any state, so that makes sense. More biological scientists are found in Maryland than any other state. So Maryland is known for its hospitals, for its doctors, but we have more biological scientists than any other state. Different. And the other one is the 88th most common job in Maryland is a physician or doctor. That is true. So as much as we're known for Johns Hopkins and great hospitals, out of 100 physicians and doctors are 88. The reason I'm giving you all these statistics and I'm talking about this is because this is the type of information you need to know when you're saying you're going to plan on living somewhere and you're planning on finding a job after school. See, oftentimes we hear, okay, I can be a doctor, I'm gonna be a lawyer, I'm going into this field, that field, I should make around this money, or I should make this type of starting salary. But it's a little deeper than that, because each place that you go is different. Some places that you go may have 2 hospitals, so they may pay doctors well, but there aren't many positions open to be a doctor. On the other end, of course, even though you don't go to school necessarily to be retail for the rest of your life, but that's what's available, most common everywhere. But each state and each area has certain specialties, and these are things that you really have to think about, when you're getting your degree. And the other thing you have to think about is how much student loan debt am I going to take on versus how much potential income I'm going to make. Why do you think that's so important when it comes to how much potential income I can make in my field versus how much I take on a student loan debt?
How long it'll take to pay off those loans and how long it'll keep your credit down.
Absolutely.
So you can buy a house again.
That's right. Well, it won't hurt you if you're paying it on time for buying a house, but certainly how long you have to pay on it matters. What's some other reasons that you think that's very important when it comes to how much you take on with student loans? What do you think? Well, just think about this. How many people have a full-time job now? Nobody has a full-time job, right? When you get a full-time job for the first time, you're gonna wanna keep as much of your money as possible, right? You're doing all this hard work, you're going to school, you're going to these classes, so you can have a fulfilling career. But so you can also get paid. Am I correct? I mean, any of you trying to graduate and work for free? Somebody said it. But seriously, I mean, when you think about these things, you don't want to take on too much debt, because otherwise, whatever your salary is, it's going to get eaten up. Because ultimately, when we finish school, what do we have to do? We have to pay back our student loans. So it's very important to pay attention to these things and think about where you're going to work. And guess what? All that information, unlike before, 10 years ago, you couldn't get this information. It might take you 10 days, a week, or a month to get this type of information. Now all you gotta do is Google it. It's that easy to find. So it's no longer an excuse. We can't say we didn't know. We can't say how do I find that information. If you Google wealthiest state in the United States, you'll find out it's Maryland. Then it'll give you the entire list. So you can say, okay, if I'm living in this state, I can expect to make a certain income based on the average. Because honestly, even though we like to be above average, when it comes to the jobs that are available, we have to consider what's out there and how much they're paying. But when we look at that too, we have to look at other factors, but just know that these things are important. So other things that are important too is never give up on, if you're still in school before you graduate, on applying for scholarships. The reason I say that is because, of course, applying for scholarships can be boring. It can be tenuous, and it can seem like no matter how many I apply for, I'm not going to get a scholarship or the grant. But it doesn't matter if it's a $500 grant. It doesn't matter if it's $1,000. Get as many as you can, because ultimately, when you leave school again, you want to have as little debt as possible. When I graduated from college, I actually didn't have any student loan debt. The reason being, I was fortunate. My mother worked at UMBC, and since she was a state employee, I got a partial tuition waiver. So I didn't have to pay for tuition. But for the other part, for my books, for my fees, for everything else I had to pay out of pocket, and I worked full time while I was in school, which I don't recommend to anyone. And the reason I don't recommend it to anyone is because, again, that time factor. You want to enjoy your time in school, but you also don't want to be too stressed while you're dealing with your classes, because ultimately you're there to graduate. But I will say, not finishing school without any debt was a plus, because when I got my first paycheck, I didn't have a bill in sight, so I got to keep it all. And then eventually, after saving up, I moved out, but we'll get to that a little bit later. But when you're making your plans for life after college, and this is the type of information, like I said, you'll need. I want you to think about some other things too, because you can have all that information in the world, but that's not enough. You also need to think about wherever you're living or wherever you're trying to live, the cost of living where you're trying to live. So you can see somewhere that has great jobs with a lot of income. Starting salary can be 50, 60, 70,000, but There's a difference between living here and living in New York.